Hey guys, so today for my kitchen rejuvenation series, I'm going to take you into my pantry and show you up close and personal how I keep it organized and how every once in a while it definitely needs tidying up, and I've kind of let that slide for a little longer than I really should have, so I'm going to go in and clean it and show you in super fast motion because that's just so fun. And then I'll show you the finished product. Now, I'm not changing the organization of the pantry. I changed it. Originally, when I moved in, I tore the shelves out that the previous owners had in there because I didn't like them. They were wire shelves, which is what I have now, but they had this little lip on them, and that little lip just annoys the hell out of me. And all of the closets had those shelves, and I took all of the closet shelves out. I was going to put my own closets in anyway because I wanted to have them be elfa so that I could, because I know they're changeable. You know, I don't have to take the whole closet out just to change it around because of the way it's set up. And I think someday I'll do an in-depth video on elfa and why I like that closet system. You get it at the Container Store. I think it's made in like Sweden or something, but it's one thing you drill into the wall. It's like this bracket you drill in, and then you hang these standards on it, and the shelves just kind of clip into them so you can change them at any time without having to, you know, take the whole thing out and drill something new in, which is great. But at any rate, I mean, that's a big, long story for another day. But today, I'm just going to show you how I tidy up my pantry and how I keep it organized. Oh, right. What I was saying, sorry, it's totally lost my train of thought there, is that I had designed the pantry when we first moved in totally differently, and I did not like it. I lived with it for about 1.5 years before I finally said, you know what, this isn't working for me. And I didn't have to reinstall anything, like drill anything in, because I had put elfa in originally, so I had the bracket on the wall, but I needed longer standards and different size shelves, so I ended up going to the Container Store and getting the new things and just hanging them, and so it wasn't that big of a deal really. How the pantry was before is I had shelves. I had designed it so the shelves didn't go all the way to the walls on either side so that I could hang things, which was a good idea in principle, but it didn't really work because the shelves kind of got in the way of the things. So, and then I had the shelves only going down about 2/3 of the way from the ceiling to the floor, and then I had this pull-out rolling cart with a wood like cutting board top, and it had 4 drawers, I think, and it rolled. And my idea was that that would be where I kept all my baking stuff, and it was, and that I would keep my mixers on top of it, and then when I wanted to use them, I would just roll them out. Great in principle, but it didn't utilize the space as efficiently as possible, and I couldn't fit much stuff in the shelves that remained above, and I just needed more storage. So I changed it to just be shelves, which you'll see, and I used some bins and baskets and things to keep things contained. But I'm glad I made the switch. I repurposed that cart. If you watched my gym makeover video, I show you how I repurposed that cart in my gym, which it's doing great in there. That's a perfect spot for it. It fits like a glove. I can't believe that worked out so well. So if you want to check that out, you can go see that other video. But sit back, relax, and watch me do my thing and show you my organization in the pantry. Okay, so I always start with okay. Well, whatever. This is my pantry as is, no touch-ups. I haven't cleaned it at all, as you can tell, because you can tell it's kind of neatly messy. I like the bins and the shelves. It's just gotten really messy, so I'm going to tidy it up so you can see the organization better. All I've done to prep is brought over a kitchen stool and these flat collapsible bins, also purchased at the Container Store, just in case I want to kind of organize things outside of the pantry before I put them back in. I don't know if I'll end up using those. I'm assuming I'm going to have to throw out some stuff or, mark some stuff to give away to food banks or, family members who might want them. But I just wanted to give you the good before look. I'll show you way up this is a very tall closet, which is nice. There's a lot of storage, but it's also, it's hard because it's deep, and to reach things is hard, and to see things is hard. And I think that's what bothers me most about this pantry. It's not that it's not enough space. I mean, I wish I had a bigger pantry, but I'm not complaining. This is pretty nice. But it's just, the shelves are so deep that it's really hard to organize things and still see them. Luckily, you know, I kind of organize them by type, and then I use these bins, and that kind of helps. But I think if I ever get to design my own kitchen and like design how the pantry is laid out structurally in the house, that I would make a really big, really shallow pantry with really shallow shelves, but lots of shelves, so I could see things better. You know, a variety of shelves, some deep, but at any rate, I'm gonna get started, and then I'll show you what happens when I'm all done. I showed on my iPhone, I'd set my stopwatch, and I spent exactly 31 minutes, 31 minutes and 54 seconds going through my pantry. And I was thinking originally give myself an hour, and then I was like, an hour's kind of long, let's do 45 minutes. And then I was like, wouldn't it be great if I could do it in half an hour? And what do you know, I did. So I did end up using my collapsible bins. The one on the left is all chips, and that's the only thing I can't figure out how to fit in my closet, but those are all really stale. And we honestly don't have chips in the house unless we're having a party, and those are all from parties I not so recently had. So, goodbye chips. Sorry, that's what happens. I should just send chips home with people because we don't eat them. And then in this bin are things that don't belong in this closet. So either they're things I'm going to give away, they belong somewhere else, either upstairs or downstairs or in the mudroom, or yes, those things. So I will have to spend a little bit of time putting those things away, sorting them out. But they do not belong in the pantry, and they were taking up a lot of space. So here it is, finished product. You can see I didn't change the organization or anything like that. I just cleaned house. So I'll give you a bit of a tour here. On the door, I have, this is also part of Alpha, this hanging door rack. I'm not really sure what you call it. But on the top, I have my supplements that I take every day. I actually keep those in like a pill case that, you know, I fill up every week. But once a week, I need to reach those things, so I don't want to put them really far away. And then on this shelf, I have all my reishi powders, different sorts of beverage things, sweet leaf, true lemon, some ginger, that sort of stuff. Peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter. I need a new Nutella. All my Nutellas were like, well, I had 2 and they were really expired. So, and then in this one I have, you know, macaroni, instant oatmeal that I like, and, you know, different kinds of rice, quinoa, that sort of thing. In the bottom I have mini Luna bars, excuse me, other kinds of little snack bars that I bought individually at Whole Foods. My favorite, Yummy Earth hard candies, so yummy. This ginger candy, and then popcorn. Eat a lot of popcorn. That's my favorite popcorn. You get it at Dominic's. It's their organics brand. So then I'm going to take you through the inside from the bottom to top. I bought these rolling bins about a year ago from the Container Store so I could use the floor of the pantry without having to put anything directly on the floor. So in this one I buy sugar and flour in like really big sizes because I bake a lot. So I have backup flour bag, backup cake flour, and then sugar, the flour I'm currently using, big jug of apple cider vinegar. These are attachments that go to my vacuum cleaner that hangs in here. Oh, I have that plugged in. I'll have to hang that back up. And then all my different aprons. I love cute retro aprons. And it just rolls out and rolls in. And then this one mainly is for my juicer, which I went through a phase where I was juicing a lot, but it's just so big I didn't want it on my counter. So this just made it easier to reach. I haven't juiced in a long time, but you know, I'm going to keep it here for a little while longer, and if I really am not using it very often, I'll move it to a different spot so I can use this. This would be a good bin to put chips in, but like I said. And then extra of my dog's food. Then on this second shelf, I have my 2 KitchenAids. I have one in the 6-quart size and one in the 5-quart size. I think that's what they are. And then I have a little first aid kit and some instant cold ice packs behind it. Always have a first aid kit in your kitchen, somewhere in your house where you know where it is and where everybody who lives in your house knows where it is. And then I have this magnetized fly magnet. There's a little fly swatter. There's a little magnet at the top, so it just kind of holds itself up there, and that keeps it out of the way. But just in case in the summer, sometimes we get some flies. And then I have these 2 soft-sided bins, and you can see one says cake supplies. Don't know if you can see it because of the glare, and the other one says cookie supplies. I'll just give you a little peek at what's inside. So this is what it says, cake supplies on my cupcake liners. I use these to put icing in, to pipe icing. But then I also have piping bags, different piping attachments, birthday candles, some gel food coloring, etc. And then in the cookie one, I have different kinds of cookie cutters in Ziploc bags by like type, so stars, hearts, Easter. I keep my Christmas and Halloween ones in my Christmas and Halloween storage bins because I have so many cookie cutters for those holidays, they wouldn't fit in here. Other little cookie cutters, sanding sugars, nonpareils, decorations. There's my cookie press, my biscuit cutters, and then I just bought this sometime last year and I haven't used it yet, but it's a brownie pop mold. And I didn't really know where else to put it, so it's kind of like a cookie, isn't it? I like keeping my mixers in the closet because I don't bake every day, obviously, maybe 2 or 3 times a month. And they're easy enough for me to get out of there. You know, maybe in a different home and at a different time I would, you know, kind of plan my kitchen so I could have them out. But I like them in here for now. And here is my, I have this little vacuum on a hook. It's just a little stick vacuum that I mentioned. I have the attachments to in that bottom bin. But I really just usually use this like this, and I usually only use this in the kitchen. So then the next shelf up is all baking supplies. And I decided to bin them because it's a lot of like little things. And like I said, I don't use them all the time, so that's why they're in these bins. So over here we have different kinds of sugar. And I'm not going to pull everything out to show you, but just trust me, it's sugar. And then these are, you know, baking supplies, general things. Baking powder, baking soda, vanilla, stuff like that, cornstarch. And these are more like cocoa powders, graham cracker crumbs, baking chips, meringue powder. And then this is my specialty flour, so cake flour, bread flour, and then gluten-free flour when I bake things for my mother-in-law, who is the gluten-free. Then on the next shelf up, this is sort of my snack shelf. I have in the back there, I've got different jams, homemade jams for my friend, as well as store-bought. That's caramel for like dipping apples. These are these little ginger snap cookies. I love these. I get these at Whole Foods, and you can eat 21 cookies, and it's like 140 calories. 21 cookies is, yeah, 140 calories, and they are delicious, and I like to have tea in the afternoon, so that's kind of the perfect little tea snack. And then I have all my nuts in here. I mean, there's nuts. Dried fruit, but then I also put in, I figure popcorn is kind of like a dried fruit. I don't have a lot of dried fruit because it doesn't agree with me that well. So I put in these, my husband got me this popcorn set from Williams-Sonoma as part of one of my Christmas gifts, so I put that in there, and we'll use that up very quickly. Usually we just use microwave popcorn, but at any rate, these are all crackers, as you can see, and then these are like little my snack size jugs. So every once in a while, like I said, I'm not a big chip person. If I have them in the house, I'll like eat the whole bag. So I like buying these like tiny little bags, and they're like 150 calories or something. Yeah. You don't have to eat the whole thing, and I really love Pirate's Booty. Yummy. And we're not big cereal people. I do like oatmeal, but I have this strawberry yogurt Trader Joe O's because I like to eat it kind of as a snack without milk, just like plain. And then in the corner behind all this, I have backup applesauce. I love applesauce, so I always have that in the fridge, and that's just extra, and I know it's there, so I don't need to see it. Not quick cook, steel cut Irish oatmeal. Slim buns I use on the mornings that I make over easy eggs as my toast, and then that's a loaf of sourdough. We don't really keep a lot of bread in the house because honestly it just gets moldy and we don't eat it. So I usually just have like English muffins or those slim buns and maybe like a loaf of something every once in a while, but that's about it. Now, this shelf is sort of my canned pantry items, and a lot of it is duplicates of things that I keep in the refrigerator. So like soy sauces, mustard, duplicates of my agave and my honey, some barbecue sauce. That sort of stuff is in this corner. I have a big jar of sesame seeds that I use in cooking. And these instant, Annie Chun's instant sprouted brown sticky rice, I actually eat for breakfast with milk, with like warm milk and a banana and cinnamon. It's really yummy. But that's a very quick, healthy breakfast. And then I have all my soups. Pumpkin, my dog gets pumpkin every morning. Mini chicken broths. These are great. Instead of buying, so I have got like the big chicken broth jugs in the back there, but instead of buying the whole thing, and then for, you know, it goes bad and you don't have a chance to use the rest of it, buying these little like single serving sizes is, I guess it's more packaging to waste, but it comes in handy. And then I have all my tomatoes and tomato sauces here, and then onion dip. For every party I always make onion dip from Lipton's onion soup mix. And then 2 different jars, each containing different kinds of lentils, and like I said, there's chicken broth back there. Now, up here on this shelf are my larger pantry items that, again, are very, like, a lot of packaging, and I just think it would be too messy to have them on the shelves by themselves. So I've got pasta in that one, rice, and those are extra snacks. So I'll just show you those. I pulled those bins down so I could show you. Here is my pasta bin. I just like to keep a variety of pasta. I'm big into whole wheat pasta. My husband is not, so I usually have a few non-whole wheat pastas to, you know, appease him. This is my rice bin. I keep my rice in my fridge once it's open, so I don't have a lot of backup rice because I have a lot of rice in my fridge. So it's a big bin. I keep other things in it. I have some like supplement shakes and egg white or protein shakes. I was doing that for a while, but when I was training, but I'm not training, so they're away for now. But when I start using those, if I start using them again, I will put them somewhere else more accessible. I can also keep breadcrumbs, croutons, and extra quinoa in here. And then I have a big bag of chopsticks. for our anniversary, my aunt gave Donna and I really beautiful chopsticks, you know, with like silver tips, and they're like engraved. But still, we order in sushi a lot, and sometimes they still give us chopsticks, so I just save them because you can use chopsticks for a variety of things. So they go in there so I remember where they are. And then this is my favorite bin. This is the extra snacks bin, and it's all goodies. Cookies, popcorn, nuts. There's some raisins, more hot chocolate, and then all my cookies. My husband and I are like huge Oreo addicts. And I have a cookie jar in my kitchen where I keep all of our cookies that we're eating currently, but I always have backups. And then like cookies and crackers. So that's that. I realize it's a bit dark up there, but like I mentioned before, my pantry is really tall. So I'll just give you a quick look at what I've got up there. I've got backup, you know, supplies, including aluminum foil, wax paper, parchment paper, press and seal, Glad wrap, the big size Ziploc bags that I use. I have a whole bunch of Ziploc bags in my mudroom, backup Ziploc bags. But these are too big to fit in there, so they fit nicely up there. And then I have that bin that says s'mores. Don't know if you can see that. But in the summer, my husband and I have a little fire pit in our backyard, and we like to make s'mores. So I just have a bin where I keep all that stuff. In the winter, it's usually just got like the forks in it because, you know, things go stale and we use them up in the summer. And then that square bin has all my backup supplements or supplements I'm not using right now, or old medicines, things like that. Then I have an empty jar. Behind that is a big jar of ketchup and soy sauce packets just in case we run out. And then those are my lunch boxes and lunch bags to take food on the go. Then I keep backup paper towels up there, as well as backup napkins, and those are really big like pitcher jug things. For when I make limeade for margaritas for summer parties, or like big vats of iced tea and I want to store them in something all at once instead of like 5 million different pitchers. And that's it. That is my pantry, and I'm extremely excited that it's nice and neat. How do you keep your pantry nice and neat? Let me know. I'm very curious. So I hope you enjoyed my pantry tour and cleaning demonstration. It feels so great to have it done. I look at my pantry every day, obviously. I'm in there every day, and it's just been driving me nuts. And this whole kitchen rejuvenation thing was a great idea because it's really, really got me all cheered up in this late winter blues going on. It's a great project because it's not overwhelming and it's not too time consuming. So even though I'm busy with other things, I have time to do this. So I'm glad you guys stuck around and watched, and I think I'm going to do a kitchen tour. I'm also filming that today, so I'll be wearing the same thing, sorry. And I think I have like an extra goodies kind of video, just some little short clips I took of kind of things that I do. But at any rate, you can look out for those as well. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you feel like it. Leave a comment if you feel like it. I love all my subscribers, and all your comments are great. Even the critical ones, you know. It's good to have a little constructive criticism every once in a while. But I hope you guys are staying warm and keeping busy and happy and organized. Okay, bye you guys. Happy and organized. Yes, baby? Hi. Somebody was clawing incessantly at me. She had a bath today. Say, I'm clean. I'm clean. I had a bath and my mommy did my hair so funny. Look at me. I look so weird. I smell flowers. Oh, they smell good. I really want a cookie and mommy won't give me any. Can I put you down? Okay. You're a good girl. She's like, no. Snuggle me, mommy.